breakfast at Champions, including the old Vegemite.
Good morning.
Good morning. So it's a chilly 6 degrees and it's about 25 past 7. We had breakfast at the bar, as you saw in the photos, and we're on the road off to Estella today, about 20 odd K. I think it was an interesting stay at the Hotel Jacu.
Yeah.
We've stayed there many times before. We like it.
Both in the albergue private rooms and the hotel.
Yep. But I have to say, this year,
A bit disappointing.
yeah, now whether it's under new management or whatever, but so what do we mean by disappointing? It was still tidy and well maintained, but first thing we noticed was after a long day of walking, it's really nice to have a shower. There's no hot water, lukewarm at best. And we spoke to some other people staying there and they said, yeah, same thing. The prices had doubled at least. So where we would buy for breakfast a coffee, a juice and some toast, and maybe it would cost, I don't know, let's say it would cost €4 each. Well, this morning it was €8.50 each. The evening meal that they have
It was disgraceful.
was €19.50 per person. Like, that's restaurant prices. And
There were two sittings.
yeah, we were in the second sitting.
Which is, we understand that the 6 o'clock had filled up by the time we got in.
Yeah.
So we were at the 7:45.
Yeah, but the quality of the food had just gone downhill. It
We got
used
the leftovers.
it's like when the guy brought like the main meal, which was a piece of chicken and a stack of chips, the chips were literally cold.
Yeah.
We'd say, dude, and he took
Stone cold.
them back and put some hot chips on. So whether the plates had been sitting out since the first sitting,
Well, the chips definitely had beat.
yeah. There were 3 desserts to pick from. One of them was called ice cream. It wasn't ice cream. It looked like it was.
I think you call it Miracle Whip.
Yeah,
It's that cream that you squirt out of the can.
yeah. And anyway, very disappointing. And I'm guessing, you know, I know prices have gone up, but you don't put your prices up outrageously and let the service fall.
No.
So a thumbs down for that one.
Yep.
Anyway, apart from that, all good.
Yep. Bye.
So we stopped briefly for a second coffee, as you do, because I needed to put my jacket on, and it's turned into a rainy day. So we've had at least a shower. It's a light drizzle at the moment. Let's see what we get as we keep going. So just looking back on the little town of Manaroo that we just left, the rain has really set in now. It's going to be quite a lengthy shower. But the good thing is today we've only got about another couple of kilometres to go. Who the hell is that? A couple of kilometres to go to Saraki. So maybe if there's a cafe we'll stop for a coffee. Cold as. So it's just gone 9:30 in the morning. We've left Manaroo a little while back. That's town up ahead on the hill is Saraki. Hopefully we can have a coffee stop there. Yeah, city on a hill. Town on a hill. But steady, cold rain. Difficult day so far. So almost up to Saraki. Quite lovely countryside, but so cold. Steady rain. It'll be the day, I think. This is us just leaving Saraki. Construction work happening. The rain has gone away. Maybe it's going to be a lovely day. And this section of 2,000-year-old Roman road and bridge made me puff coming down and getting up. But there's a guy down there in a wheelchair who dragged himself down
negotiating.
Now he's going to drag himself up in a minute. Unbelievable.
This is really lovely. Walking on the path where you have crops. They're nearly as tall as you. And all the wildflowers starting to come. Poppies, daisies, and the fields of canola oil, I think it is. Might be wrong.
So the rain appears to have blown away for a while. We're in Villa Tuerta, which is a little town just before Estella, which was where we're going to end tonight. So it looks like an old church. 1020 to 2020 celebrations. I don't know how old the church is though. It's got to be up there.
Hello guys.
Good afternoon. So it's just gone 2:45. We're just on the final little bit, stretch into Estella. The sun has come out. It's actually still got a cool breeze, but it's quite warm. I think we've had a pretty good walk today, actually.
Yeah, we have. I'm just starting to feel tired now with probably about 500 metres to go.
Yeah.
So that's a lot better. So we're beginning to find our stride.
And that's pretty typical by the time. Doesn't matter how long the day is. When you mentally say, I'm on the home stretch, you start shutting down. So
your brain says, stop walking.
that's it. So almost at our albergue. We'll check in and later on we'll go out and have a look into Estella and show you a bit of the town.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. The albergue we're staying in is really lovely. Our room is beautiful. You'll see photos of it. But this is downstairs. They're common rooms, I suppose you'd say. And this is the view. The albergue actually nearly hangs over the river. And there's rapids. It's really, really sweet. And there's another room in through there. And there's actually glass panels in the floor in places. And you can see the foundations. I don't know whether this will come out, but in there, it looks like there's a well or something in there. And this is in the floor. Very interesting. And there's a lovely kitchen. So it's a really good albergue. The view of the river from where I'm sitting having a cup of coffee in the albergue. And our room has the same view upstairs.
Good evening.
Hi.
It's about 8 o'clock.
And it's freezing.
It's about 10 degrees. We've just finished tea. And quite interesting. We went into just one of the restaurants that had a pilgrim menu. And in Estella, the pilgrim menu is 21 euros.
It's expensive.
So the 10 euro menu that we were used to
It's gone.
is gone. Now, because we'd seen that they actually had an ordinary a la carte menu, we said to the girl, can we
I
eat?
don't want 3 courses.
Yeah, can we eat a la carte?
Particularly me.
Yeah, and we ended up picking a really lovely Solomeo
Yeah, it was lovely.
meal and dessert and wine of our own choice for almost the same price that the pilgrim menus would have cost. So I don't know what's happened. The words got out that you can charge double whatever you want.
Double what it used to be.
And you've got a captive audience, I guess.
You know, like 12 months or so ago, 10 or 15 euros.
Yeah, so it's jumped up.
And now it's crazy.
Crazy. But anyway,
Our dinner was beautiful.
the dinner was beautiful. It's freaking freezing cold, I got to tell you.
Can't wait to go back to our room.
So the albergue Curtadores, I don't know how you pronounce it, where we're staying is really, really good.
Yeah.
59 euros for the double room. It's clean, it's warm.
And quirky with the being over the river.
Yeah, you'll see that. Yeah.
I've put a bit of video up tonight of just when we were down in the kitchen communal area, and it's really lovely.
Yeah. Now, its only drawback is when you're walking into town, it's really good because you get there first. But then you've got to walk into town and walk back.
That's all right.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just really, really cold. And
when we walk out tomorrow, it'll be 5 degrees.
5 degrees in the morning. Yeah. Give me a break. Anyway. All right, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.